Good morning, good morning, good morning. It must be love. Alan Jackson. Anyways, what time is it? 7:53 in the morning. Man, I'm a little congested this morning. I don't know, man. When I went to New York, I wasn't congested. When I get back from New York, I'm congested. I forgot to buy my mouse pad and I'm struggling here a little bit. Let's go live. There we go. Alan Jackson. It must be love. Good morning, Double R Radio. Wednesday. It feels kind of weird. I keep on trying to say Tuesday morning, but I know it's Wednesday morning. There you have it. Good morning, John. I got out to Double R Radio sponsor, Mr. James Gonzalez, Mr. Money Mart himself, Money Mart Pawn. Good morning, James. How about those Astros, right, dude? Right. Right. I was kind of chatting with James back and forth a little bit yesterday while we were watching the game, and James tells me, I'm very nervous, Robert. And I said, no, dude, don't be nervous, dude. It's going to be okay. It's going to be all right, dude. It's going to be okay. Right, James, I'm a little nervous, Robert. They're driving me to drinking. Women do that as well, dude. Good morning, shout out. Good out to Dr. Michelle Cohen. Now it's Doctora. Is it doctor or doctora? Doctora Michelle Cohen. Good morning, good morning. Primo Rogelio Rivas, good morning. Primo Angie Acevedo, good morning. Yolanda Dominguez, good morning, good morning, good morning. There we go. Belinda Zavala, good morning, Belinda. How we doing? Anyways, great to be back from New York, man. So much to talk about. What I'm going to do, I'm going to break it down for you guys here a little bit. And I'm going to talk about my Friday experience in New York. And then we'll go live again in a little bit. Then I'll talk about my Saturday experience. And, then from there, we'll tie in Sunday and Monday experience, and we'll move on. There we go. So anyways, I tell you what, before anything else, congratulations going out to the Houston Astros, who kicked some ass in New York. I came back from New York yesterday when the game was going to be happening in New York. If I would have known this, I would have thrown in one more day just to go to Yankee Stadium. Be there and support my Houston Astros. I really would have, but we didn't know, man. I didn't know what was going to be happening. Hey. Good morning, John. I got it to Juan A. Gonzalez. Good morning, good morning. Now, let's talk. Before anything else, let me see here. Where am I going? There we go. Whenever I would get on a plane, I always get a little nervous. I really do. I don't know what it is. I get a little nervous. But this time, I wasn't nervous. I was just kind of like, let's do it. Vámonos. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Let's get up there. Right? And, I did something this past weekend that I've never done before on a plane. No, I'm not talking about sex either. I didn't have one drink, one cocktail. Usually I have a beer or, a mixed drink, something. This time I didn't. I don't know, man. Maybe because it was early in the morning. But I could have had one around 10 o'clock we had a first stop in Atlanta, I think it was. We're somewhere out there. I don't know where I stopped at. But I could have, but I didn't. I said, no, I'll save myself till we get to New York. And definitely did. Now, here's the deal. Let me talk about this, and then I'm going to get to what I really want to talk about. Got to New York, and right away, man, headed to Chinatown and Little Italy. And let me tell you something about Chinatown. The last time I saw so many Chinese together like that was when I saw the movie Tora, Tora, Tora. Man, there were a lot of Chinese people in Chinatown. No wonder they call it Chinatown. There were chingos of Chinese people there. Really, man. And everybody's selling purses, fake jewelry, fake watches, or the women are selling themselves. It's one of those three things right there. There you have it. But I got to tell you, man, very, very interesting. Was in Chinatown, went to Little Italy, right? And there was nothing little about it. There was chingos of people at Little Italy, man. A whole lot of people there. And had dinner there along the sidewalk, all chingon and everything along the sidewalk, right? Enjoying the sights and everything, and really awesome. But let me tell you this: there's a lot of scam people out there trying to scam you out of money. Good morning, shout out to DJ Jerry. Let's go. Good morning. There was just one character that stopped at my table and said, "Hey, dude, where are you from?" I said, "San Antonio." He goes, "Here's one of my CDs. I'm a recording artist. You can have it." And I go, "All right, thanks a lot." Little did I know that they come back and they say, "Hey, can you give me some money for my CD?" The guy even tells me, "I'll even autograph it for you." I go, "Das pendejo." And I give him the CD back, and there you go. Get the hell out of here. There you go. After having dinner and Little Italy went to Greenwich Village. Now, Greenwich Village, there's a movie called The Pope of Greenwich Village. That's why I wanted to go there. Thought I might get lucky and see some of the cast members there, but of course they weren't. But really, really cool area of New York, and even more so, walking around in the evening, seeing all the bars and the little pubs, neighborhood bars, and really cool, man. Just it's like if going to New York is like if you're on a different planet. It really, really is. Now, that being said, there we go. Good morning, DJ Jerry. Now, after that, went to Times Square. Times Square reminded me of Fiesta Market Square. The only difference is it's a whole lot more lit up and a whole lot more classier, no doubt. I mean, you see big screen TVs. They're not even big screen. They're wall screen. They're just like building screen. It's unreal. Unreal. Times Square, I mean, it is just so lit up, so impressive. And there are people all over the place. It's just unreal. Good morning, shout out to Zam Bam. Good morning, brother. I used to know a girl that I used to, I used to know a girl, her name was Bam Bam. There you go, but we're not going to go there. Good morning, shout out to Eva Rodriguez. Good morning, Eva. How are we doing? So anyways, I'm in Times Square, right? But here's the kicker to Times Square. I don't know why I saw it a little bit different, but I did. But at Times Square, it's not like you can stop anywhere and get a drink and walk around with a beer or a... You don't see that. People are walking around with the strollers, drinking a soda or water, but you don't see people walking around Times Square with alcoholic beverages in their hands. Good morning, shout out to Double R Radio sponsor Cynthia Gonzalez Ramirez. Good morning. There we go. Hector Bernal. Buenos dias. So people are walking around back and forth in Times Square, right? Like I said, very, very impressive, no doubt. Now, let me say this. Now, that kind of came full circle here on my Friday. I want to say something here. As soon as I find where I want to go to, as soon as my mouse wants to work for me, since it's waiting for me to buy a mouse pad. Yesterday, man, I could have sworn I sent myself something. I guess I didn't. Let me see here. I could have sworn I sent myself an email here. There we go. Man, what the hell is going on here? There we go. There we go. Let me get to the story here real quick, because I definitely want to talk about this, and I'm going to talk about it a little bit more as we move on. There we have it. That's what I want. Okay, there we go. This is tough, man. This is hard. This isn't easy. How much time do I have? Let me give myself a little bit more time, because I definitely want to talk about this. Let me say this, okay? Let me just say this about New York. Now, I need to backtrack only because I have to. I've been an Uber driver for over 2 years, and ever since I started driving for Uber, there's one thing that I've heard from a lot of tourists coming to San Antonio. All true. And a lot of them, I'm not going to say all of them, but a lot of them say, man, Robert, this sure is a friendly town. Good morning, shout out, going to Betty Hernandez. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Settle the hell down, James, okay? So many people have told me, hey, Robert, there's a lot of very nice people here in San Antonio. Very friendly town. And I go, well, I mean, aren't all towns friendly? And they all tell me, no, they're not. No, they're not friendly. And I'm going to tell you this. I got a taste of that in New York City. There's a lot of rude people there, and that's the honest-to-God truth. I try being nice to everybody. I really, really do. But sometimes when you're called out, then you got to be rude back. And if they don't take that, then you got to get uglier and then uglier. And that's where it kind of got. And I'm going to talk more about this further on into my trip. But let me just say this. There's a lot of rude people in New York, and I'm talking about people in the subway, people in the streets, inconsiderate people, people trying to cut in front of you, etc., etc. Now, I'm not saying they're New Yorkers in themselves, but I'm just saying the people that are there in New York. Son cabrones. They really, really are. Good morning, shout out to Betty Hernandez. Good morning, Pat Martinez Rivera. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And I'm going to give you a prime example of this. Now, yesterday, of course, the Houston Astros were taking on the Yankees, which they won. Now, right fielder for the Houston Astros, listen up here, James. Right fielder for the Houston Astros, Mr. Josh Reddick, called the fans the New York fans disrespectful at Yankee Stadium for the abuse. Now, Josh Reddick was quoted as saying that there's no place in the game for that type of thing where people were throwing baseballs at him in right field during the game. I mean, they're playing a game. I am very surprised the authorities did not catch these people throwing baseballs at the right fielder and throw their asses out. And he said that they kept on yelling obscenities, calling his mom things, his dad things, whatever the case may be. He said they're very rude, they're very ugly, and he said you get a little nervous being out there. And I can totally agree with him. I really, really can, man. That's not a good thing. It really, really isn't. I know they get paid millions and millions of dollars, but that doesn't make it right for fans to disrespect and throw things at you. It really, really doesn't. Good morning, shout out to Pat Martinez Rivera. Stuck in traffic, so decided to pass the time listening. There you go, Pat. There you go. I'm going to help you out with that, Pat. Now, speaking of traffic in New York City, it is something else, man. Everybody's honking at everybody. They're cussing, throwing the finger and everything. I said, hey, man, this is my kind of traffic right here. No, but really, man, traffic is horrendous in New York City. And if ever you decide to go there for the first time, I'm going to give you some good advice. Learn the subways. Ask people. Some people will help you, some won't. Now, speaking of subways, something happened Monday evening, headed back to the hotel room, and we see a lot of panhandlers out there, right? Wherever you're at, wherever we're at, I don't care what town you're at, you see a lot of panhandlers, right? I gotta tell you, man, I've encountered many, many scam artists in my lifetime. Now, if the guy was scamming or not scamming, I don't know. But let me just say this. I'm in the subway, right? It's pretty much empty. There's a little bit of people there. But this character gets on the subway. This is all true, man. I'm not making this up. This character gets on the subway, and I didn't even notice he was there, right? I'm looking wherever I'm looking, and he's at the far end of the subway. And he just yells with his voice that he's begging for money. He's pleading for money. I got to put diapers on my kids. Please, please, please help me. Please, anything will help. And there's no way in the world I can even try to get the voice to put it the way he put it. It was a seller. It really was, man. You know, if the guy was scamming, not, I don't know. But I got to tell you, I really, really felt bad for the guy. Now, did I give him any money? No. Did I want to? Yes, but I didn't. And as soon as the subway stopped, he got off. He got onto the next, what do you call them, train, whatever. He got onto the next, whatever you call it, the next little thing that's attached to the subway. He went into the next one, got in there, and we moved on again. And I could see him talking his deal with the next set of people. And like I said, if he was scamming, I don't know. I don't know. But man, I feel so bad for him. I really, really did. Now you're probably going, you didn't feel that bad, Robert? You didn't give him any money? I didn't, because I didn't want to fall into his trap if he was. I'd rather play the odds that he's probably scamming than not. But if he was a scam artist, he sold me, man. You know, I felt really, really bad for him. I really, really did. James Gonzalez wants to know, what about the hookers, Robert? What about the hookers? I didn't see any, dude. At least not anyone that came and approached me. There were some women out there that were pretty much slutted out, and I wasn't complaining. Good morning, shout out to Virginia Coy. Good morning. I wasn't complaining about that, James, but I really didn't see too much of that. I really, really didn't. Let's keep it going. This is something by El Gato Negro himself, Mr. Rubén Ramos. Quiero besar tu boca. Good morning. Great to be back. Double R Radio. There we go, man. Great to be back, and I do mean that. I really, really do. Came back a little congested this morning, but it's all going to be good. I promise you, man. Do not miss out, man. I got so much more to talk about. Just chingles of stuff that happened in New York City. And we're going to talk about my run going up the steps in Philadelphia, man. I'm going to give you the whole lowdown exactly the way it went down. I'm telling you, man, people were jealous of me because I was able to do it. right? Let's get back to the morning show. Join me, robertrivasradio.com. Just click on that media player button, man. It's all free. Join me now.